Let's go collect some fruit. This is our review of Fruitoplay.
Fruitoplay is a trick-taking game about collecting different sets of fruits, and I like how the zombie fruits seem menacing, but they're not really.
I really enjoy how easy it is to learn and teach this game, making it a fun game to be an intro game for trick-taking. We'll tell you all about it after this quick how to play. The game is played over 3 rounds with 7 turns each round.
A river of 7 target cards is revealed at the start of the round, showing the cards that the players will be going after.
Players choose a card and then all will simultaneously reveal them to the group.
If there are cards matching the target fruit, the one that's closest in number value wins the trick.
If there are no matching fruits, any card closest to the number value wins the trick.
The winning player adds all cards played and the target card to their sets of fruits.
At the end of the round, players add their highest count set to their lowest count sets to get their score.
After 3 rounds, the player with the highest cumulative score wins.
Before we get to talking fruit, if you're enjoying our content, subscribe to this channel and hit that like button.
All your likes and subscribes really help us produce more content, so thank you.
Fruitoplay is an easy game to learn and an easy game to teach. It has trick-taking, but it also has elements of set collection because you're collecting the different sets of fruit, and to get your final score, you're going to multiply your highest set by your lowest set. The trick-taking part isn't super complicated, so I feel like it's a good intro game to learn how to play trick-taking because you don't have to match the suit. You can choose not to, whereas in a lot of trick-taking games, you have to match the suit, and sometimes that can get a little confusing as far as, oh, can I play this now? Can I not play this now? Pretty much in this game, you can always play any card. The strategy comes in of when do you play that card. You want to win the tricks that will give you the cards that will increase your higher sets and not end up giving you 1 or 2 cards in a lower set because then your multiplier will be lower. At the same time, if you can give your opponent a crappy card, if you know you're going to lose that trick, if you can give your opponent a crappy card, you may throw off their multiplier. Even though it's really simple, you could literally just throw out any card and you can play the game, you really do have to think about what card you're going to throw out there if you want to win the game.
Yeah, at its base, what I've always thought about trick-taking games is you want to win the trick. And this one, that can kind of go against you because obviously if you're winning like, oh, I got 3 here and then 1, 1, 1 of all the different fruits, well, that's not really going to work too well for me because there's that score multiplier. I really do like the bright colors and you got all these like cutesy fruit that are all smiling and singing and playing instruments. But then you got that one, that number 13 zombie fruit that's like brains. Fruit brains. But what that does is that just minuses one of the counts from your fruit set. So it'll decrease it. So if you're at a 5, a 4, or if you're at a 1, a 0. So that could or could not be helpful depending on where you are with your other sets of fruit.
The game is co-designed by Luck Rémond, who also did Sky Team, which just won the Spiel des Jahres. And I know that a lot of people really enjoyed that game. I know we did. I gave it an 8 when we did our review of Sky Team. So if you're looking for something else that he's also done, this is a trick-taking game. So it's interesting to compare the 2 games. I really liked this game because you have so many decisions that you have to make, even though it's just a deck of cards. And even though it's simple, you just play a card, you still have to decide how am I going to play that card. It is interesting to compare the 2 games and see the thought process that went behind Sky Team and the thought process that went behind Fruitoplay.
The one thing that I thought that was really fun about this game or this type of trick taking is you're sitting there and normally, like I said, it's like, oh, I want the trick. I want the trick. This one is like, oh yeah, I want that trick. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. But as the more you play with different people, they might be like, oh, you're taking this trick. Like, I'm going to make sure you get that to mess up your scoring. So that extra layer of strategy or just, I guess not really take that, right? You're trying to play your worst card because you don't want it. They're like, but I know my worst card is worse than yours. So you're going to get that trick.
When you're collecting sets and you're adding up your score, you're not adding up the numbers. The number is only to win the trick, and the player closest to the target card is going to win that trick. You have different fruits. So you have a strawberry, banana. So this banana only has 1 banana, so that'll be count as 1 banana. But this one has 2 strawberries, so that'll count as 2 strawberries. So if you have this 1 card, it's 2 strawberries. So that's how you count your cards in your set. So it's not the numbers. You're not counting the scores and then multiplying the scores. It's the actual physical number of cards that you have. So if these were my sets, if I had 2 strawberries and 1 banana, I'd multiply 2 times 1 and my score would be 2. So that's how you get your score.
Another thing that I liked is that this game is only played in 3 rounds, and it could have been arbitrary, right? It could have been, oh, play it over 5, play it over 7, but it's over number 3, and they had these collective fruit cards to kind of help you with that. So you play your first round, then the second one, there's this collective fruit card. I think the lowest player gets to choose one of them, and it's basically just a community. So on the second round, if I selected this, now everyone right now starts with 1 strawberry fruit. And that's important because I think that's where the funness of those zombie fruits come in, because now I'm looking for that red zombie, especially if I didn't have any red cards. I'm like, this is going to be a 1 multiplier if I don't get rid of it with that zombie card. I really would have liked more zombie cards in there and see how that would have played out, but I don't know, it was just fun and an idea. Brains. I just like the quick, light-hearted funness, even with the zombie cards. Like, those can still be fun and helpful to you. So everything, I think, is just positive overall.
I really like that it's a small box game and it's light and easy to play and easy to teach. And it's from the guys at Barrel Age Game. They also did Stool Pigeon, which is one of my favorite games from last year. So I really like that small box games that have a lot of depth and a lot of strategy that you have to think about while playing. So even though it's a small box game, it can add hours and hours of fun. What did you not like about this game?
It's not a big deal, but the one thing I didn't like is just adding up your score. Okay, round 1, here's my score. Round 2, round 3. Okay, now total it all up. Like, yeah, it's not a big deal. We all have phones that we can just track. Like, oh, I got 20 last round.
They gave us a little freebie at Gen Con.
Yeah, you got that too. But, I mean, you can just grab a quick piece of paper. But, I mean, when you just have to like, okay, I won 20, I won da-da-da. Like, I'm not a big fan of writing. Just like, I don't know, make it easier to remember.
The thing I didn't like about this game is it's not a 2-player game. You can play it as 2 players. It becomes really cutthroat and it becomes very luck dependent on 2 players. But when you're playing it with 2 players, it is not fun at all. At least I didn't have any fun with it. Just like with a lot of other trick-taking games, I think 4 is a good number when playing that, because the other players can help mitigate that luck of the draw factor that you get with games like this. They can go after other players even if you can't. So in a 2-player game, I don't really like that much luck in a game where the strategy comes from how you're going to make your decision. It's not a complicated game, but how you make that decision is going to determine how you're going to play. And if your luck of the draw is just all bad, no matter how good you are at playing, your decisions are always going to be, well, he's got better cards, so I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose, or he's going to give me crap cards and my score is going to be really bad. So if you can play this with more people, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game, but I don't think I would put 2 players on the box.
There's a possibility that the way you shuffle the cards and the way the target cards come out, that one player has all the winning ones, the other player has like just a wild different colors, and now they're collecting, you know, they win all the different color fruits, or they never win, and you're just like, Overall, I like the bright colors. I like the fun theme with the fruit that are having fun and singing and whatnot. It is trick taking, and it's a different variation with like how you calculate the scores and the zombie fruits. Knowing what I know now, I'd probably buy it again.
Overall, I really enjoyed this game at higher player counts. Didn't really like the 2-player count, but I like how easy it is to teach and easy it is to learn. I think it could be a real good game if you're trying to teach someone trick-taking without overcomplicating trick-taking before you wanted to get into other trick-taking games. And I would buy this game again. And that was our review of Fruitoplay.
What'd you think? You ready to Fruitoplay this all night? Let us know in the comments below.
And as always, if you're enjoying our content, please like this video, subscribe to our channel.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny. And go party like a board gamer.